Hi everyone. The recipe that I'm going to share today, I'm going to do a little differently than usual because I'm actually going to take you over to my stepdad's house because he's going to teach me how to make dulce de membrillo. Now, if you're wondering what in the world that is, let me first show you what I found at the farmer's market here in Las Cruces, and I picked them up. These are membrillos. In English, they're called quince. And I believe they're in the pear family, and you can see that they've got sort of like a peach fuzz on the outside that just rubs off. And if you cut them, they're really hard and crunchy on the inside, and you can eat them raw. They're just really tart. So most people will bake with them, or they'll make a candy out of them that's really popular, and that's called dulce de membrillo, membrillo candy. And I absolutely love it. In fact, how much do I love it? My brother-in-law had brought me some over for us to enjoy even before I found the membrillos at the farmer's market. And this is what it looks like. It was a bigger block when he brought it. I've just been slicing it. And it's really like a fruit leather. Let me open it up so you can see. It's a fruit leather and it's nice and chewy and just delicious. Oh, there's a little piece right there that I can eat. But anyway, absolutely love it. So my stepdad knows how to make this, and I've been telling him one of these days, you got to teach me how to do it. So when I found these, I picked them up and I said, today is the day. So we're going to take you along, and I think we're going to take a scenic route to get there just to kind of show off the area as well. But right now I'm just gathering things that I know we're going to need. I could have taken the freeway and gotten there a whole lot faster, but I prefer taking the back roads because it's just so much more beautiful, more to see. I especially love driving through the pecan orchards. They're just so beautiful this time of year. And then of course my hometown, all the little farming towns. Coming up here on the right is my high school, Gadsden High School. Go Panthers. And we're just about there. My stepdad is 88 years old, and he's still very, very active. He retired from White Sands Missile Range, I want to say about 25 years ago, and that's probably when his real work began, his second career anyway. He is an alfalfa farmer, so now that we pull up, I wouldn't be surprised to see him up on the tractor or the swather or the baler or something. He's always working. And here I come to bring him more work. I'm going to have him teach me a thing or two in the kitchen. I should say he met his match when he married my mom because she is just as active as he is, and the two of them, they never stop, but I think that's what keeps them both so young. So this is my stepdad, Enrique, and my mom is behind the camera supervising us today. Normally she's the one doing all the work in the kitchen, but Enrique is the one who makes the dulce de membrillo. So tell me, what's the first thing that we need to do?
First of all, we start by washing the membrillos, get the fuzz and any dirt it might have accumulated. After we wash them, then we place them in the pan to boil them. Half an hour, 40 minutes, depending. When it's mushy, if it's not hard, then we'll start peeling it.
Okay. That takes a little while, huh?
A little bit. Just need to be sure you get the fuzz off. You can also use a wash rag.
Oh, yeah, huh?
You can use a brush if you wish, but it's the modern way.
Kind of like peach fuzz, huh?
Yes, it is. It's a protective element, especially when the fruit is young, so the natural enemies won't get to the fruit.
Oh, I didn't know that was what that was about. So we barely started and we've already changed our mind on how we want to do this because there are many different ways to do this, and my stepdad usually boils them because he says they're easier to peel that way. But in the interest of time, I'm going to peel them first because I really don't mind peeling them, and that way we'll cut them into pieces so that they'll cook faster. So again, just different ways of doing it. They're hard to peel. Now I see why you boil them first. Maybe this wasn't a shortcut after all.
We tried both ways, which works better.
Yeah.
I learned how to do this by helping my mother when she used to make it.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't be surprised if you had some membrillo in your refrigerator right now. How well do I know you? I'm telling you, this is good stuff. And I was reading that it's really healthy for you. That membrillo is full of nutrients.
Yes, it's got a lot of vitamin C, vitamin A. It's good for your digestive system.
Do you like eating them raw?
Oh, yes. A lot of people don't like it, but
Because it's so tart.
yeah, I like the tartness on it.
I do too. I like the crunch. Hijo, this is a lot of work. And we're just starting. You can start cutting
You can dice it or just slice it.
like that. I'm just going to cut out the seeds. You're eating it now? Okay, I'll fill it with water. How much water? Like about a cup? The fruit will render its own juices as it cooks, so we only added about a cup of water just to get the process started, and we placed it on the stovetop over medium-high heat. Now we add the sugar.
We're going to use a 1.5 cup of sugar to serve with.
Okay.
Okay.
And that's about it right there. It doesn't have to be exact, I would imagine.
A little bit over, but
A little
that's
over,
fine.
but it should be fine. We're actually using less sugar than the recipe calls for. Many people will use equal parts sugar to membrillo, but we don't like it as sweet, so we're cutting the sugar in half. We figure we have between 3 to 4 cups of chopped membrillo, so 1.5 cups of sugar should be right where we like it. But this will result in a lighter colored candy in the end. Okay, you're up.
Okay, my turn.
Tag, you're it.
Okay.
From this point forward, you stir continuously, and it takes about an hour to fully cook.
One thing you don't want to do is let it stick, especially when after it's pureed. You don't let it stick to the bottom of the pan at all.
You want me to take it from here?
Okay, sure.
My turn. I saw a couple of seeds in here. I'm not going to say who it was, but definitely wasn't me. I'm just
Well,
kidding.
maybe they'll grow after they're cooked.
There you go. Okay.
I'm afraid it won't.
My stepdad really does know a thing or two about growing them. He has his own membrillo tree out in the backyard.
These trees were brought in by the Spaniards, Portuguese, from on the East Coast, from the colonies from Europe, back in the 1700s. So these trees were real good in the eastern seaboard also. Yeah, some years we have a good crop. This is an off year for this tree. You can see by the fruit it's smaller. It's a natural cycle for the trees. The different varieties mature earlier or later. I don't know which variety this is. This was given to me about 25 years ago. This is a bad year. Sometimes we have nice big membrillos. Those are small, they are maturing, and you can notice the fuzz is a protective covering for natural enemies from the membrillos. Beetles are repelled by the fuzz.
So we've got my mom helping out with the stirring because it goes on for a really long time and you don't want it to stick to the pan. But now that all the liquid has started to evaporate, what my stepdad does is he adds a little bit of citrus. You can use either orange juice or lemon juice, and you don't need a whole lot, but he adds this at the very end. It's a small orange, so we're just gonna put the whole thing in there. Meantime, I'm getting this ready.
That'll help soften it up.
Okay, do you want me to start emulsifying it?
Yes.
All right, here we go.
That takes a lot of the processing time out.
Did you want to do it? This is the fun part.
Okay, let's try it this way. This is a lot of fun. And then stirring it by hand.
Yes.
Boy, saved you about an hour.
It's looking good.
Lots of people don't know what a quince tree is.
I noticed that when I went to the farmer's market. A lot of people were asking, what is that? They had no idea. And then they spelled it and it said quince, but it's spelled quince in Spanish.
Yeah, in Spanish.
So there were a lot of confused faces out there. Once completely smooth, we let it cook just a bit more while continuing to stir.
That's looking good. It's been about an hour already.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. What do you think? Is it done?
Should be done, ready to be poured into the molds.
All righty, I'm gonna turn this off.
Yeah.
That is hot. Okay, let me get a pot holder. Take it off there. And actually, do we need to spray those?
Oh, yes.
Then it's time to pour the puree into our molds. You'll want to line them with parchment paper or use nonstick cooking spray and then spread the puree across evenly with a spatula. So now that this is all done, it goes in the refrigerator for 24 hours and then we can taste it. But because I have some on my spatula, you on your spoon, we'll taste these.
We'll taste the rest of it. Delicious.
It's like you've done this before.
Maybe a couple of times.
Once or twice. Well, thank you for showing me. This is, it's been a lot of fun, a little bit of work, but I think it's worth it. And it definitely was worth it because this is some of the best dulce de membrillo I've ever had. I probably could have let it set a little longer because it hasn't firmed up quite enough yet, but I couldn't wait to cut into it and taste it. And I gotta say, I'm really glad that we scaled back on the sugar because I don't think it needs that much. And this is just perfect for me. I really hope that you like this, that some of you try it. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had it before. I'm really curious. I want to thank my stepdad for showing me how to make it. And also thanks to all of you for watching. I hope that you not only like the recipe, but that you enjoyed seeing what life is like in this part of the country. Until next time, blessings from my kitchen to yours.